What up, YouTube? It's your boy JT. And this is just my thoughts on the Floyd Mayweather interview on FightHype. I thought it was a great interview. One of the best Floyd interviews in for years, man. It was really, really good. Let's just get right into it, man. Basically, what everyone's talking about is the fact that Floyd said that he refuses to do a fight with Manny Pacquiao while he's still with Bob Arum, and he refuses to do any business with Bob Arum. Well, like I said, man, I'm not shocked by it. I've been telling you guys these things that, the fight is never going to happen. But people continuously, want to talk about it and, say this guy's ducking that guy and, Floyd's scared, blah, blah, blah. I just feel that, I feel like it was kind of the wrong thing for Floyd to say, man. By him saying these things, he's kind of putting all the grunt of the whole thing on him, which I'm not sure if he was aware of that or I don't know what's going on, but, I feel like the majority of the blame has to be put on Manny Pacquiao. Like I said, I made videos on this already. I feel like, Bob Arum is screwing them out of a lot of money, as things are, and I just feel like things are going to continuously come out, man. The tax thing was just the beginning. Things are going to constantly come out, and I eventually think that Manny Pacquiao will leave Top Rank. Well, that's what I'm assuming, because at the end of the day, I guess he thought that people was taking care of Bob Arum and his advisor, Michael Consul, were taking care of his taxes. And, I guess if he's smart enough, he'll see that he's getting screwed and that he'll leave. And I think that that's the majority of the problem here, man. I feel like if Manny Pacquiao, if you look at all the other draws in the sport, the top draws, the top attractions, of course, number one is Floyd Mayweather. He left Bob Arum. He done his own thing. He started his own company, and he signed with Al Heyman and took his career to the next level. You look at the second biggest draw, which I believe is Manny Pacquiao. Well, let's exclude Manny Pacquiao. Let's skip the second biggest draw, which is Manny Pacquiao, allegedly. And we'll go to the third biggest draw, which I think is Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto, he left Top Rank. He started his own company. And now he's kind of the middleman. He's kind of one of the only men that can say that he can work with either Golden Boy or he can work with Top Rank. He's kind of branched off and he's kind of done his own thing. Then you look at Canelo Alvarez. He's with Golden Boy, but at the end of the day, he's shown that he has control over his career because, like I said before, that like when Richard Schaefer came out, when there was a time for the fight, Austin Trout and Canelo Alvarez, Canelo demanded the fight. Canelo demanded the fight, and Oscar De La Hoya and Richard Schaefer have came out and said that they did not feel comfortable with Canelo fighting Austin Trout, but he demanded the fight, and he had to fight, which shows that he has leverage in his career, and he dictates what's happening in his career. Now you look at Manny Pacquiao. He can't do any of those things. He has no leverage in his career. He doesn't dictate any terms, and I just don't understand why. If you're the second biggest draw, he's the only draw, or he's the only fighter that's a top draw that has no say-so in his career. And I feel like, it just goes back to what Floyd was saying years ago, man. He said that Manny Pacquiao has the worst contract in boxing history, and that his business is just all screwed up, and now it's all coming to light. So I just, I feel like, dude, I mean, I really don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is, man. It can't be the money. It can't be the money, because we know he's getting screwed out of that. So I don't know what it is, what's keeping him there, man. Maybe it's Freddie Roach. I actually feel that Freddie Roach and Bob Arum, they're like in cahoots. I feel that, man. Maybe it's Freddie Roach that's keeping him there, or I don't know, man. I just don't understand how you were a top draw in the sport and you had no say-so in your career. Manny Pacquiao should be demanding for this fight. All the fans and packtards and idiots, they saying Mayweather is scared, and all this other crazy ass shit, which I don't understand how you can say Floyd Mayweather is scared of Manny Pacquiao, but he just fought Canelo Alvarez. Him fighting Canelo Alvarez debunks everything, because that was the guy that all of you idiots were saying that he's scared of, that he's going to lose to. He's younger, he punches hard, blah, 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 and he fought him. So who has Manny Pacquiao fought that is on the level of a Canelo Alvarez, who was, at the time, undefeated and was a unified super welterweight champion? Like I said, until I hear that Manny Pacquiao wants a fight with Canelo Alvarez, then I would give some credibility to the packtards who say that Mayweather is the one who doesn't want this fight, because Canelo Alvarez versus Manny Pacquiao would be a huge fight. A huge fight, would do well over 1.5 million pay-per-views. Okay? So why do you think that fight is not being talked about? It's because Manny Pacquiao has no chance against Canelo Alvarez. So, I mean, like I said, it holds no weight, man. That doesn't make sense. Make this make sense. It doesn't make sense. And then, you got the Keith Thurman bandwagon hoppers, it's craziness, man. It's just craziness, man. The shit makes no sense. And, yeah, man, I mean, I feel like Floyd, he said some things where he's going to get a lot of backlash for, but, it was a great interview, man. I'll put the link in the description box, man. He also talked about it, the Adrian Boner, how they are treating him after this loss. And I feel like the treatment is warranted, man. I think Adrian Broner he took it to the next level with the trash talk, man. And he lost respect for fans, and he's just out of control, man. He's out of control, dude. He's overboard with the shit, man. I mean, there has to be a limit on it, man. I can see, when you're talking trash about boxing, that's different. But when you start talking about, bringing girls into the equation, and then you're having sex tapes, then you're disrespecting the sport of boxing, that's why you don't get, like Floyd said, people are throwing shit at you, throwing bottles and sodas and popcorn and shit at you because they don't respect you. If that was Floyd Mayweather, who got beat by Marcos Maidana, no fans would have been throwing trash and bottles and all this shit on them. And it just shows how much, a lot of these idiots, these fans and idiots, they say these things about Floyd Mayweather, but at the end of the day, they respect his fight game, man. Adrian Broner, they don't respect. He has a long way to go, man. He ruined his reputation. Now he's a laughingstock. But at the end of the day, he's getting a lot of publicity for this, man. You know, he's getting a lot of publicity, man. He's getting a lot of publicity. You know, so when he makes his comeback, you know, it's going to be a hot commodity, man. It's going to be a hot topic. People are going to tune in, you know. As far as him fighting at 140, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I mean, you kind of already went up to 147. I mean, you know, what would be the point to go down, you know? I mean, who are you going to fight? There's killers at 142, you know, and he's shown that, you know, a lot of this shit I've already went over and I've already talked about, man. You know, I told you guys that he would struggle with Marcos Maidana. There was no way he was going to wipe the floor. I told a lot of people they were idiots for saying that Adrian Bloner will make easy work out of Marcos Maidana. And like I said, man, if you watch fights, man, you knew that shit was going to happen, man. You know, he's just shown that he's fucking flat-footed, man. You know, you can go back to my first video that I ever made. It was about that fucking fight, dude. So, you know, a lot of idiots, they're coming out saying all this crazy shit, but, you know, the proof is in the pudding, dude. You know, you can't stand in front of fucking Marcos Maidana, period, dude. No one's gonna survive that, man. The dude punches too fucking hard, and he's too awkward and hits you with looping shots. He's getting hit with looping shots constantly, dude. Just like Keith Thurman. Last fight, he got hit with looping shots constantly and by a guy with 10 losses and 3 draws, Soto Carras. He got hit with the same fucking punches that Marcos Maidana throws. So what do you think is going to happen if Keith Thurman gets in the ring with Marcos Maidana? Marcos Maidana is going to fucking finish him, dude. So that's all I got to say, man. Watch fights, you know. Stop being a dumbass fan and just, you know, keep it real, man. It's not about being a fucking, you know, a dick rider or whatever you faggots say, slow mos and all that. It's about being real, man. You know, and if you're saying that Keith Thurman could beat Floyd Mayweather or Keith Thurman is the best fighter at welterweight, dude, you have no credibility, man. Because that's just idiot talk, man. So, it's your boy JT. I'm out.